So, you like Crash Bandicoot, don't you? Yeah, we all love that orange marsupial, don't we? So, why am I here today? Well, I picked this up from eBay. Say hello to Bootleg Crash Bandicoot. Now, I know what you're thinking. That is not a bootleg. What are you talking about? That looks like a legit figure. Well, yeah, it's actually a bootleg, if you can believe that. This is probably one of the nicest looking bootleg figures I think I've seen in a very long time, if not ever. I mean, look at this thing. He looks absolutely fantastic. The sculpt is pretty top notch on here. The paint is not really the greatest. The colors are really off, especially in certain lighting conditions. Honestly, on camera here, I think he actually looks pretty good on camera, which is pretty nice. But yeah, this is Crash Bandicoot. As you can see, it's the Crash 4 design, which is really nice to see. Because as far as I'm aware, there's no like figures of the Crash 4 design. So this is definitely a really nice looking piece that I got off of eBay. So yeah, that is the bootleg Crash. Very interesting. So we want to look at some more details. There's his sandpaper tongue. He's got painted in the ears. Got some brushing on the mohawk there. On the back, we got some weird looking cork thing. I don't know what that's for. Then we got his gloves. Look at the texturing on those gloves. That looks really good. You got his shoes, which are nicely painted. And check this out. Even the bottom of the shoes. Excuse me. We have the little paw print pattern on the bottom of his shoe. And what I really love about this is they actually have it as a separate piece. As you can see, the shoe itself is separate, and then they took this white overlay and put it on top of the shoe, which really creates this really cool effect. Like, as far as I'm aware, the only other articulated Crash 4 figure that exists right now is the Nendoroid. And I saw the Nendoroid, and even the Nendoroid doesn't have this detail, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, baby, that's Crash. And he actually does have some articulation. His arm can move forwards and backwards, which is hard to do with only one hand on a camera, but his arms can move forwards and backwards. His arms can also move up and down. He's got swivels at the wrists. He's got a waist articulation, and his legs can also move forwards and backwards. And he also has a rotation at the foot, which is pretty nice. Except this one's really tight. Ready to go. But yeah, pretty interesting though. He does have some posability. I've never seen a bootleg with this kind of articulation either. Like the whole, like, ball joint kind of system where the arm can move up and down, not just in and out. So that's pretty wild. And speaking of wild, I mean, you can see this guy is absolutely massive, but not only is he massive, but wow, this thing is pretty heavy. This guy is very heavy, actually. And it does make standing him up a little hard sometimes, but he does have pretty good stability, but sometimes it does feel like he's going to fall over sometimes. So, I don't know. I think he's pretty cool. You put him on a shelf from a distance, he's going to look really nice. Like, check that out. I mean, from a distance, he looks pretty good on a shelf. And yeah, that is Crash. So you're probably wondering, what exactly is that stupid thing on his back? Well, it wouldn't be a Mexican bootleg without a little special light feature. Now, if you're prone to flashing lights, I would be very, very careful right now. You probably should go watch another video at this point. But yeah, check this out. All right, 3, 2, 1... go! Alright, there we go. Whoa. Yeah, as you can see, Crash Bandicoot has drank in too much G Fuel, and now he's totally high as hell. And if you press the button again, we get a slower blinking, which you can actually see the colors a little bit better. It's like an RGB light inside of him, which is very strange. And of course, we can press this button again for a slower blinking. This one's a little bit more safe, but if you're not too careful, it does go quicker sometimes. But yeah, this Crash. Look at him. That is a bootleg action figure staple. Just having this weird flashing light. And yeah, that is crazy. I just wanted to share this, guys. Share this with you guys. And apparently some of these do come with an Aku Aku mask, but it has like no paint on it. It's like really weird looking. This one did not come with an Aku Aku though, which is unfortunate. But regardless, that is the Crash Bandicoot Mexican bootleg. Probably, like I said, one of the nicest looking bootlegs I think I've ever seen. And just look at the sculpt in that arm. At first I thought maybe he like took the 3D model and just blow molded it. But he didn't. Like, whoever made this actually sculpted this himself, because you look at the 3D model in the game, he actually looks very different than this. Like, he took creative liberties here with like the fur sculpt, and of course the ears are also a little smaller on this one. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? Just wanted to share this. Crash Bandicoot Mexican bootleg figure. You should check on eBay for him. He still might be there.